Starting tomorrow, multiple law enforcement agencies will be working together at a sobriety checkpoint until they'll be on the lookout for drivers who are under the influence. Now, as of August 22nd, there have been 57 fatalities on North Dakota roadways. 9 of the fatalities have been related to crashes involving alcohol. Law enforcement says that education is the first line of defense in road safety, and by understanding the consequences, drivers will make the right choice when getting behind the wheel. Now, the location of the checkpoint will not be released.